So in this video I thought I'd show you how I solved the Mixup 3x3. Now I managed to figure out this puzzle on my own. I didn't need to use any algorithms, I didn't need any help or anything. Obviously the end bit where you solve it like a 3x3, I would use the 3x3 beginner's method, but as far as the mix-up side of things is concerned, I managed to figure it out myself. And the way I deal with the two parities that you can get at the end, it's not really that efficient. I know there's algorithms for them, and obviously when you use the algorithms, they'll fix the parities and you won't destroy what you've already done on the cube. But I'm not really clever enough to be able to come up with like algorithms that can fix parities without destroying what you've already solved. So my way of dealing with the parities, it will destroy a lot of the 3x3 solve that I've already done. So it's not really that efficient. I should try and memorize the algorithms, but you know, this is how I figured out myself how to solve the Mixup 3x3. So yeah, let's get this scrambled. Okay, so that's a Mixup 3x3 scrambled. So, oh by the way, I forgot to mention, so this is basically going to be like a walkthrough video. So basically what I like to start off doing is putting the yellow and white centres opposite each other. So there's a white centre, let's put it into a centre space, if that's the right way of putting it. And let's see, so the white's there, so the yellow needs to go in there, so I need to swap these two pieces with each other. So this edge piece, it's actually a centre now because it's where centres belong. But let's move it to where the edges belong, like that. And now I can replace it with this this yellow centre piece. And I'll put the centre where it belongs. And now we have yellow opposite white. Okay, so now I'm going to put the centres around the equator into place, and I always like to start off with the red centre for some reason. So let's just bring it down like that and move it into a centre space. So that's our red centre done. So I need to put this green centre into there, so what I'll do is I'll move this edge to there, and now I'll replace the edge with this green centerpiece. Now if I just bring the green centerpiece round like that, I'm going to mess up the red centerpiece, so I'll move the red centerpiece out of the way, bring the green centerpiece to there, bring the red centerpiece back, and now I'll move them back to where they belong. So that's the red centerpiece and the green centerpiece done. So now it's the orange one, so let's bring the orange over to there like that. I'll bring it down to there actually. So move the edge to there, move the green out of the way, replace the edge with the centerpiece, bring the green back, put them back where they belong, and that's the orange centre done. So there's just one more centre left to do, and that is the blue centre. So same thing again. So that's all of the centres done. We have yellow opposite white, and then red, green, orange and blue. So now what I like to do is to flatten all of these edges, and it's really simple really. Before I turn the edge around to orientate it correctly or flatten it, I need to obviously move the centres out of the way so I don't mess them up. So I'll just turn the edge around like that, bring the centres back, and then put everything back into place. And that is the edge flattened. So I'll just do that with all of the messed up edges. So I do try to not go too fast with this puzzle because it starts to jam up a lot, and so it's like if I try to go faster, it will actually slow me down more because the puzzle locks up more. Plus I'm worried about like maybe dislodging an internal piece or something, then I'd have to take the puzzle apart and try and assemble it and everything. So one more edge to go. And that is all of the edges done. So now what I like to do is to solve it like a 3x3. So yeah, I use the beginner's method because that's the only 3x3 method that I know. For a long time I've been wanting to learn a more quicker, you know, more advanced method, but there's just so many different ones. I really don't know which one to pick, so I think that's why I've just not got around to it yet. So yeah, on the last layer, while solving it like a 3x3, there's a couple of parities that you can get. And looks like I do have a parity, and it's where one of the edges is flipped, because of course on a normal 3x3 you wouldn't get this where you've got just one edge that's yellow next to the yellow centre. That's obviously wrong, so what I'll do is I'll just simply flip one of these edges around. And yeah, I don't know a fancy algorithm to kind of fix it and not destroy what I've already solved. So doing this, it will destroy some of what I've solved. So that's a parity fixed, because now I've got the line, but I've destroyed the edges around the equator, so I've got to replace those. So that's that done, and I'll just try and solve the last layer like a 3x3. But there still is one more parity that I might get. So it looks like I didn't get the parity, so the puzzle is solved, but I'll show you what I do when I do get that parity. Okay, so I've now got the parity that I was talking about. So basically the parity is where on the last layer two edges are incorrect and the other two edges are correct. Now sometimes the two edges that are incorrect, they won't be adjacent to each other like they are now. Sometimes they're opposite each other, but you know, it doesn't matter, it's the same parity. So it took me a long time to figure out how to fix this. I've been thinking, obviously there's something wrong with the puzzle. You know, some pieces have been placed wrongly, even though apart from these two pieces, the rest of the puzzle looks completely fine. You know, there must be some pieces that are wrong somehow to cause this parity. And one day, for some reason, I thought, well, maybe all of the centres and all of the edges around the equator are swapped. Maybe if I unswap them, that will fix the parity. So that's what I did, and to my surprise, it actually fixed the parity. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna swap all of the centres with all of the edges around the equator. So that's two centres and two edges swapped already. Let's see, what am I doing now? Okay, let's make sure that the colour scheme is correct. So red, green, yeah. So all of the centres and all of the edges around the equator should be swapped now. So I told you it's a really inefficient method because I've totally messed up the 3x3 solve, and I've also messed up some of the edges as well. So yeah, the Witeden Mixup series is one of my most favourite puzzle series, and the Witeden Mixup Plus series as well. There's the Limb Cube mix-ups, but I've not really got around to having a proper go at trying to solve those yet. I've managed to solve all of the Witeden mix-ups just by intuition on my own. I've managed to solve most of the mix-up pluses, or maybe all of them. I can't remember because it was a long time ago since I last solved them. I can't remember if I needed any help with them. I know either I managed to just completely solve them on my own by intuition, or I managed to mostly solve them on my own by intuition but still needed a little bit of help, like maybe 1 or 2 algorithms or whatever. But yeah, so let's solve this like a 3x3 now. So only 50 of these Witeden Mixup 3x3s in orange have been made. So I'm really lucky to have this one, because I didn't buy them when they were first made. You know, when they were in stock at Witeden. It took me a few years to find one. I finally found one on Taobao. There you can see the Witeden Mixup 3x3 is now solved, and the parity has been solved. So yeah, that's how I solved the Witeden Mixup 3x3. Very inefficient, but one day I'll memorise the algorithms, you know, to fix the parities, and then I can just quickly fix them without messing up a lot of what I've already solved. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Thanks for watching.